Okay, so what I've done here is I've set up a PowerPoint for the different types of printouts that you can make on Impress. I've filled out a PowerPoint with different information through different slides, like so, with different types of materials on them, so that I can show you the different printouts. So after you've done your PowerPoint and you want to print it, there are different options you can use to print it. Go to File, Print. Here it allows you to set up different ones. Up here you have the printer that it's going to. You click Properties, set one up if you need to. Um, Here in this area is the print content. You can select slides. It'll just print out like a page of each slide. The handouts, which would be, you can set up 6 per page, 4 per page, 3, 2, 1, all the way to 9. And what that does is it gives you the picture of the slide and then a little bit of notes underneath it. You can change the way that it's lined up. For notes, it's the PowerPoint slide with notes, but it's just 1 per page, and it's a pretty good bit to look at. The outline would just be this view right here. It would just give you the outline, no pictures or anything, depending on what you want. The notes would look like this. Handouts like this. Go back to normal real quick. Go back into the print options. You can choose to print all the pages or the current pages, or if you were to select one, this button right here would be highlighted. You could select it. Number of copies. Well, now we're going to go into options. Grayscale takes all the color out, makes everything just not colorful. Black and white is simply black and white. Right here you have the name of the page, the date, the time. You can add all these things in if you want them. For the page options, you can fit the page, you can do the title page, the brochure, whichever. When you're printing, it depends what kind of slides you have, depending on how you want to do it. Like for this one, it's got some information and a bar graph. Like if I wanted to print just this slide, I would go File, Print. I could do Selection now. I can make 2 copies. I click OK, and it'd be fine. Basically, if we go into the slideshow and we look at it, we can tell what we want. This one's the beginning page. You'd probably want everything on it. The outline page, if you were printing that out, that would be more if you were like giving a handout of everything so people could follow along. The notes, you could print this out, people could take notes, or if you were teaching a class, let's say, you could print these out with your notes for the students to follow along. Handouts, same ordeal, just smaller notes. There's also a print button here that you can click for fast printing. It just asks what you want to print, and that would be it. Going back into the properties, you can set up the name of it for when printing, and go back into print, or set up your printer settings depending on what printer. That's the first option in print settings. And here is the print page again, and that's pretty much everything for printing.